vacation homes as a way to heighten the enjoyment of their lives. And for most people, this involves a lot of relaxation, of calming down a bit. And then there are the other people, like Pam and Fred Rentschler, whose vacation home is a 3,000-acre working cattle ranch in southwestern Montana.
So much better than they were this morning.
Oh, they are.
Hello.
Sam!
Hello!
Fred,
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome to Montana.
Thank you very much. This place is unbelievable.
I like your getup. Yeah, look at us.
See, he's been trying to dress like me for a long time.
Had any trouble finding it?
No, not at all.
Good,
They just
good.
said it's the one on the hill.
Yeah.
You just point yourself
End of the road.
a little east and just keep going.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to take me around the house, I believe, and then I'm joining you
Yes.
for a little horseback
We're going to
riding.
go for a horseback ride if you
All
don't
right.
mind.
I don't
I
mind.
think you're going to be in a horse named Chief.
A horse named Chief.
And we call him Chromie.
Chromie?
Chromie. And that means he's got a lot of flash to him.
All right, that's
And
what I want.
we think you have too, so we're going to match Chrome and Chrome.
God bless you, Fred.
And I'll catch you ladies later.
We're going to take off to the tack room. I'll freshen up, take my hat off, and we'll get into the house.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'll see you up there later.
All right.
Take care.
Okay.
And again, welcome, Sam. Good to have
Thank you. The view from the bottom of your driveway looking up to your home is awesome. Was this home the original home here, or?
It was the original structure. There was a log structure here before that was quite nice, but it was built in the maybe 30s or 40s, and so we tore down the original structure and used probably 60% of that structure in our new structure.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Great. Oh, my Lord.
It's a little overwhelming at first.
I'm glad you said that, because I didn't want to be in.
Well, the first time I ever walked in here when it was done, I had tears in my eyes.
Did you?
I did. It was a very emotional experience to see it completed. It was quite wonderful.
This is beautiful.
Well, thank you.
This is great.
That's an actual drum made out of cottonwood. And
Oh,
just
here's
kind of
the
made it into a coffee table. The real thing.
Excellent. Do they make drums this big, or this was just purposefully for?
This was probably two roots or trees that grew together, and it became this large. I don't know that the actual trunks are that large.
I like your chairs.
Fred's chair is a little bit more simplified than mine. He has a square ottoman. Mine has fringe and an oval ottoman.
Now, some of this wood, I've been told, is from your own land.
It is. The banister, this is called a flying bridge or catwalk, whichever. But the banister along there, there was a burn in 1988, and the downfall from the burn, the guys went and collected all of this unique wood and would sit and place it just to make these wonderful designs.
So these were artists working in your home.
They're great craftsmen. They really were.
This is really neat, and it's a beautiful garden.
Oh, thank you. We have a great friend and landscape architect named Dale Dombrowski who did this for us, and he did it all by hand and laid each rock in, and he would step back and look at it. If it wasn't right, he would pick it up and move it somewhere else.
It just like naturally goes through the grade of the land.
It does.
Here are the mountains. Now you have a trapper's cabin or lodge on your property as well.
Right. The trapper's cabin came about because of the elk migration through the ranch, and we thought it would be wonderful to go up and kind of spend the evenings with the elk. And kind of a one-room house that has kind of a kitchen and dinette and a couple of beds, and we can just hang out there in the fall of the year and listen to the elk bugle.
Well, I know you have to get back to the stables.
Yes.
You don't mind if I go on? Or?
No, I would love for you to just make yourself at home.
Great.
And whatever you feel like doing, just we'll meet up at the stables.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, let's go. This is the kitchen, which Pam really doesn't cook, but she has a personal chef, Luke Puckett, and his wife. And Luke made me the meanest pork chop I have ever had. It was thicker than my hand. But I love this kitchen because there's so many just warm honey tones here, and I believe that aids in digestion if I'm not right. And I like these stools. These stools are actually buffalo skin. And whenever Pam and Fred would need a certain type of furniture, the people that were building the house could actually just build them the furniture as well. And oh, look at what I found. Oh, we're gonna have fun with these. I'm gonna have the rootinest tootin'est tour of a vacation home ever. These chaps are my look from now on. Ladies, you know how we're always trying to slim the butt, make it look a little better? Watch this. Isn't that adorable? Very good. Anyway, I see a lot of vacation homes, and it's always the little things, the creative things that I get really excited about. And this, I think, is fantastic. This is a buffalo skin screen, which separates Pam and Fred's side of the bathroom. It's, again, as I said, buffalo, and this is an authentic Indian design. And great sound. Now, my first thought was that this was the master bedroom, and oh, how foolish I was, because the master bedroom is actually downstairs. It's approximately half the downstairs. This is just a guest room, and the guests get to have this big king-size wooden bed. And look at this wood. This is actually called wormwood, made so by the patterns that worms make when they worm their way through the wood. And it leads up to these great stretched buffalo canvases, buffalo skins, and they have matching valances here on the wall. And up to about 5 minutes ago, I had no clue what a valance is, so I'm just learning things every day. But so this is one of the guest rooms, big, grand. Now I'm going to take you to a nice, secluded, secret guest room. Up away from the main house, through a small grove of aspen trees, tucked up in a little hill, is the most enchanting place where fairy tales come true. A sheep herder's wagon. This is what sheep herders lived in out on the range, and there are a lot of them in Montana because Montana was actually sheep country before it was cattle country. And I've brought this little bouquet of wildflowers for my tea party, in which I've invited all my stuffed animals that I haven't seen since I was 12. They'll be very happy to know what I've done with my life. But let's go inside, because it just gets cuter. Isn't this precious? Unbelievable. I feel like a little doll in a little home. Look, it has a little sink with running water. This is a stove. Ow. I'm only kidding. And here is a linen closet. I'm sure some sheep herder's saying, what does linen have to do with herding sheep? But anyway, this is obviously refurbished, restored to people's specific needs by a company called Montana Wagons. And Fred gave this to Pam for her birthday. And I just want to say to anyone who loves me dearly, I would like one too. And this is really cool. It's a table. And isn't this the cutest bed with a quilt and an applique buckskin curtains? I mean, the place just is absolutely adorable. But what I like most about this is its smallness, because everything in Montana is big. Big sky, big land, big mountains, big view. It just invites everyone to have big thoughts. You have big thinking out here in Montana. But this, you can have little thoughts, because you always need a place where you can do a little bit of little thinking. So this is a little thinking cabin. Get along, little doggies, get along, little doggies.
Now, Samantha, if this was, about the second or third week of May, we would be absolutely quiet on this trail because we're coming up on the elk calving ground. They have a nursery, and they leave a couple of the older cows with the babies, and they go off and feed. And this is, right up on top of this rise is where the nursery and the feeding ground is and the calving ground is.
Have you ever seen them?
We have. And if you're very quiet and come up on horses, you can get it done.
Yeah. Even on horses you can be quiet?
Yeah, on horses is the only way to really do it. And we come right up here to this rise, and just takes them about 15 minutes to gather up their babies. And you can watch them do it and listen to them.
Listen to them?
Yeah.
They make sounds?
They make sounds. The calves sound like kittens.
Kittens?
They mew. And it's a very unusual sound, and very few people really have heard it. Let's just get off here and rest a while. What do you think?
Sure. Oh, wait, we're getting off.
That's great.
So what does this view do for you? I mean, I know what it does for me.
It's just, I tell you, I never cease to love it and to get strength from it. It's just one great view. Pretty spectacular. Pretty spectacular. But I never tire of this view, Samantha. No. I never do.
Well, thank you, Fred, for my horseback ride. Had a wonderful time.
You're more than welcome.
Very hard. I'm very tired. I want to hang out with you more often.
Okay,
we just
that's a
have those
deal.
nice walks. We talk nicely.
Right.
He's tough.
Yes.
I enjoyed it, Samantha.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.